the primary musico-theoretical concepts of the Common Practice period is that of harmonic function. How we look at each chord in a piece of music and determine its relationship to the tonic. One way that we can begin to see this relationship is through the use of Roman numeral analysis. In music theory, Roman numeral analysis is a shorthand notation written underneath each chord that represents the scale degree on which the chord is built, the quality of the chord, and its inversion. This module will focus on the aspects of scale degree and chord quality. Inversion will be covered in the next module. Roman numerals were first invented in ancient Rome. It was their way of writing numbers. It was a combination of letters from the Latin alphabet that represented how many of something there were. You may be familiar with Roman numerals for their use in movie titles and yearly large-scale sporting events. In music theory, we are only concerned with the Roman numerals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This is because there are only 7 distinct pitches in the diatonic scale. In the module on the major and natural minor scale, you learned that each pitch of a scale can be referred to in 4 ways: by its letter name, by its solfege syllable, by its scale degree number, or by its scale degree name. In the module on triads, you learned that a triad can be built on each scale degree. In this module, you will learn how a Roman numeral can represent the triad root and quality. Let's look at the C major scale, with triads built with each scale degree as a root. Here are the chord qualities for each of these triads. The major triad, that is built on scale degree 1, can be represented by an uppercase Roman numeral 1. Uppercase Roman numerals are used for major and augmented triads. Lowercase Roman numerals are used for minor and diminished triads. The triad built on the second scale degree of a major scale is minor, so it is represented by the lowercase Roman numeral 2. The triad built on the third scale degree is also minor, so it is represented by the lowercase Roman numeral 3. The triads built on the fourth and fifth scale degrees are major, so they are represented by the uppercase Roman numerals 4 and 5. The triad built on the sixth scale degree is minor, so it is represented by the lowercase Roman numeral 6. The triad built on the seventh scale degree is diminished, so it is represented by not only a lowercase 7, but also a superscript circle indicating the diminished quality. This order of Roman numerals will be replicated for any major scale. Let's look at a C natural minor scale, and let's build a triad using each scale degree as a root. Here are the chord qualities for each of these triads. Remember from the module on triads that the chord qualities in minor are different than in major. Here are the Roman numerals for each triad. Depending on the type of minor scale used, you can get different chord qualities, and therefore differently written Roman numerals. If we use the harmonic minor scale instead, we raise the seventh scale degree. That changes some of the chord qualities, and therefore changes the way we write the Roman numerals for the 3, 5, and 7 chords. Note that raising the seventh changes the 3 chord quality from major to augmented. We indicate this in the Roman numeral with a superscript plus sign. It also changed the 5 chord from minor to major. The raised seventh also changed the 7 chord from major to diminished. If we use the ascending version of the melodic minor scale, we have to raise the 6th scale degree as well. This will alter the quality, and therefore the Roman numerals, of the 2 chord, the 4 chord, and the 6 chord. The 2 chord changes from diminished to minor. The 4 chord changes from minor to major, and the 6 chord changes from major to diminished. While there are obviously many more possibilities for a Roman numeral analysis in minor, here are the most commonly used Roman numerals and chord qualities when in a minor key. We can now use our combined knowledge of pitch, intervals, chord qualities, key signatures, and Roman numerals to complete a Roman numeral analysis of a piece of music. Here is a simple chorale. A chorale is a hymn written for 4 voices in harmony. This chorale is written for soprano, alto, tenor, and bass singers. Note that each chord is written in open position. Here is what the chorale sounds like. The first step for completing a Roman numeral analysis is determine the key signature. This piece is in D major. Label the key signature at the beginning of the piece below the staff. The next step is to take a pitch inventory of every vertical chord. That just means that we determine the letter name for every pitch. On the first chord, the bass is singing D. The tenor is also singing D. The alto is singing an F sharp, and the soprano is singing an A. Did you notice that 2 of these pitches are the same, D? Pitches can be doubled for many reasons. In this case, it is so that every voice has a pitch to sing on every chord. The next step is to think of the pitches of the first chord in close root position. D is the root, F sharp is the 3rd, and A is the 5th. The other D is a duplicate, so we can ignore it. Next, we determine the quality of this triad. It is major, and it is built on D. D is the tonic of this key, D major. It is the note for which the key is named. We call it the tonic, or scale degree 1, or Do. Finally, we assign this triad the Roman numeral of major 1. This decision is based on both the quality of the chord and on the function of the chord root within the given key. Let's look at the next chord. The pitches are G, D, another G, and B. Let's write this chord in close root position. G is the root, B is the 3rd, and D is the 5th. The G was doubled, but we'll just ignore that. The quality of this chord is major, so this is a major triad built on the root G. G is the 4th scale degree in the key of D major, so we assign the Roman numeral major 4 to this chord. Let's analyze one more chord. The pitches of the next chord are A, C sharp, E, and another A. Let's write this chord in close root position. A is the root, C sharp is the 3rd, and E is the 5th. The A was doubled, but we just ignore that. The quality of the chord is major, so this is a major triad built on the root A. A is the 5th scale degree in the key of D major, so we assign the Roman numeral major 5 to this chord. The remaining Roman numerals can be determined using the same process. Get used to this process. It is the beginning of your complete understanding of the harmonic structure of music. From this initial procedure, you will learn how each chord progresses to the next, how to write your own chorales using time-honored voice-leading procedures, and you will have a way to discuss and explain how music moves from chord to chord.